Hello everyone, this is Lorenzo and welcome back to the fourth episode of the Platinum Newbie. In this game I'll be going up against Narkinu, a 44th level Terran player, and he's in the same league as me, namely the Platinum League. Now going into this game, let's load it up here and set the probes on going, there they go. Going into this game I had a plan, but upon seeing that my enemy would be a Platinum level Terran, I immediately forgot it. The thing is, the Terrans, they just make me, they scare me. I don't really know why. The game is the game. For all different racial matchups, they have their counters, their strategies, their different game dynamics, and I'm fine with that. I know a bit of each, and I can play against all races. But when I'm playing against Protoss in a PvP, for instance, I'm not scared at all. I'm sitting behind the computer, calmly chugging along on my APM, doing the commands, and I don't really mind. They've got the same units as I have, and if they lose, if I lose, then they've just played better than me, and that's it. No worries. Against the Zerg, they're just make-believe weird monsters. If I'm just completely comfortable building a strategy, getting some units out to kill those weird, creepy monsters. No worries. Against the Terran, though, they're humans with guns. They're fucking scary. And when I go up against them, I have the worst adrenaline rush ever. I start trembling and hitting the wrong keys and misclicking and mismicroing and stuff. Not yet in the beginning though, and so when I see this, the fairly standard wall-in with a barracks and a supply depot, I calm down a bit. There's not a million Marines yet, so I feel a bit more confident, and I can start focusing on building my base. I'm here. I've got the gateway down. Got the assimilator coming up, and the probes are being produced as normal. Not being distracted by this SCV. I'll get it when I can, not before. In the beginning of this game, I was fairly confident in my macro. All the buildings, they were done on a crisp timing. I wasn't floating a lot of minerals, and I wasn't wasting any time getting the proper buildings down. See here, the gateway finishes, and there goes the cybernetic score. Could have been a second faster, maybe two, but all in all, pretty good. And I'm keeping on top with my pylons. I'm not supply blocked, and I think I'm building not building a zealot yet. There it goes. So fairly efficient usage. Got 5 minerals, 60 gas, not a lot of excess funds going in, so I'm feeling confident. And well, there goes the pylon on the 22 supply mark, and so that's probably going to be just in time for preventing me getting supply blocked. So that's going pretty well in this game. And there's the zealot in the cybernetic score. Again, almost immediately starting the warp gate research and chrono boosting. That always feels good when your build comes together in a crisp fashion and everything just kind of slots together. So now I'm thinking the initial Terran scare has passed, and now I start thinking about what to do. So I think I probably need another gateway and go for a 2-gate robo kind of build. Get an observer out to deal with those nasty widow mines, and immortals are always nice versus marauder heavy play. With their bonus damage against armored, the marauders don't really stand a chance, which is always good. So there's a stalker coming out and keeping on chrono boosting the warp gate research, and I'm well pleased that I managed to pick off his scouting SCV. Wow, he made a long crash. Let's rewind that for a bit. So the stalker shoots the SCV and it just accelerates off. Look at that. BAM! That's funny. Maybe it's one of the new effects in Heart of the Swarm. I had not seen that before. Anyway, I kind of denied the scouting. He sees the cybernetic score, but that's not really a surprise. Anything could be going on here. Templar, Robo, Colossus, Stargate. He doesn't know. In fact, it's going to be a Robo bait. And one thing I found out, well, I knew it already, shouldn't rush for the gas too soon. But this is one of the first games where I've actually delayed the second gas until I felt I was going to need it by building the Robobay. They make tech gas heavy units, and maybe that's one of the reasons why my build in the early minutes came together so crisply, because I wasn't wasting any workers on gas, had a bit more minerals, and everything works out a little bit more like it does in the pro games, in the books. So don't get your gas too quickly. Have a purpose before getting that gas. That's my message for this game. Yeah, it's a good message. So now the gateways can be converted into warp gates, and generally around this time I'm starting to think about expanding, moving out maybe, seeing what he has, doing a little poke, see if I can do some damage or impart some pressure. But on a previous game and on the internet I learned that the common timing for medevac drops is like the 7-8 minute mark. So we're now at the 6:40 minute mark. So I'm gonna delay and use the observer for scouting, keep my units in the base, so if he does drop me, I can deal with it and then do something else. Right now it's becoming apparent to me that I've not expanded yet. I usually expand pretty quickly, but in this game I didn't feel comfortable because I didn't really have a scouting bead on him. I didn't really know what was going on. And well, of all my talk about the 8 minute mark timing, I do move out at the 7:20 minute mark, so if he was gonna medevac drop me, it would have happened about now. In the game I thought I delayed for longer, so that's a mistake there. I shouldn't have moved out now. It's quite a vulnerability. I should have remained at home for maybe another minute, or at least sent the observer along the probable medevac path. But I do advance, and now I see this base, his second base. I see the command center is down, I see he's building a bunker, and I see there's a single marine here. This instantly tells me he has expanded. He does not have a huge army, or at least it's not at the front of his base. So that makes it safe for me to attack. Even though I've got a small force here, the fact that he has expanded and I haven't, and also the fact that I'm feeling confident of my macro, I haven't been supply blocked, I haven't been floating a lot of minerals, I've just been building efficiently, and I feel happy with that. So the fact that he has spent money expanding and he doesn't have a huge army here means that he's definitely behind in units, and what units he does have, either it's just this marine, which is fairly unlikely, or otherwise it's spread out, which puts them out of position and gives me a good position to attack. So as soon as I see this, I move into attack, and there they go. And I really want to snipe this bunker before it finishes, because bunkers, they are a pain. And it works out, and the marine dies. And there go my units. The command center tries to float away, and the SCVs that he probably just transfers to his expansion try to get out. The missile turret does snipe the observer, that's a pity. If he had widow mines that would have been a problem. But he forgets to lower his supply depot, and the SCVs are easy pickings. Now I see this, and I feel I probably could break the front by just pushing in, but it will be costly because there is a bunker behind his units and he can reinforce it. So I decide not to immediately move in, instead just pull back a little bit and see what I can get some reinforcements here. I've got my proxy pylon. I have floated a little bit of resources during this attack, and I don't really know why he moves out here now. Maybe he's trying to finish me off, maybe he misread my units, but this is basically free money, free efficiency for me, is free kills. I lose a zealot or two, but managed to finish a whole lot of SCVs and of his units, so I was happy with that. I'm pulling back now to the pylon, trying to get some reinforcements, and then I'm going to poke back in again, see if I can do some damage. Overall, I'm feeling good now. I killed a lot of his SCVs. He probably did have a little bit more than me because he was expanding, but still, I'm probably ahead right now. So I have no problem at all going back into his front, and I'm dropping down an expansion on the back of that, because that's a good practice when you're feeling ahead or doing some damage. You can take a break from unit production and make an expansion. So what I do here is I don't really bust up the front. He does have units back there. I do have more units, but this is a very nicely defensible position. Instead, I just go in and take out a supply depot. It's 100 minerals, but it's 100 minerals damage inflicted, and with minimal or even no casualties on my part. So instead of just barging in, trying to break his front down with brute force, I'm just gonna keep him on his toes, spend some time at the front, and go for guaranteed damage. I'm not going to try to extend, get all my units killed in the process. Maybe he's got some widow mines up there. I did lose my observer, so I'm just gonna hang out at the front and work on my expansion and make sure I increase my lead, and then when I have a better advantage I can go in and kill it. So I'm going to do the same thing again, killing a supply depot, well, now I see what he has, and I decided to have a sizable advantage and go for the kill. So I killed the bunker, but again moving back. So I killed the bunker and a supply depot, and I think I lost only a stalker and a zealot. This is pretty even swap resource-wise, but I'm ahead, so I feel the added confusion for him and the pressure and the damage on his part. Maybe I'm supply blocking him, I don't know, just going for the easy kills, and that works. And he moves out in desperation. Brings the medevac, but I force field the ramp so he can't get away. And with this exchange, the picture becomes clear for him as well, and he leaves the game, getting me my first win after the placement matches. This was in a straight up match against a fellow Platinum Leaguer. He's had some levels under his belt as well, 44 to be precise. So I'm feeling pretty pleased. Maybe I do belong in the Platinum League. After all, I didn't feel like I steamrolled this guy. I had watched the replay. He did do some weird things. He made a turret here, like before scouting anything. That's not really efficient, but he wasn't horrible, and I wasn't horrible either, so that made me happy. Anyway, I got my expansion here. Got the gateways in the robo, so I was ready for follow-up if it needed be, but it wasn't needed. So this will definitely be the last video before I'm moving to Malta. If you liked it, press the like button, hit the subscribe button to get a notification when I make new videos in 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks, whenever the mail people deliver my computer there. In the meantime, I hope you have a pleasant few weeks, and especially this day. Make it a good day. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye!